You're born somewhere between the fjords and the frozen tundra. Life is already harsh, and it's about to get a whole lot worse. The year is 865, and the Viking Age is in full swing. Your tiny village clings to the edge of a rugged coastline, proud and defiant against the relentless North Sea. Your family, small but fierce, is loyal to a local jarl who thinks he can carve out a piece of this unforgiving land for himself. You don't know what a shield wall is yet, but you'll learn soon enough. It's not as glamorous as the skalds make it sound. Your village has weathered countless storms, both from the sky and from rival clans. Protected by sheer cliffs and a jarl with more ambition than sense, you've held out longer than most. For years, you've watched the longships come and go, each time taking more of your menfolk with them. When you're barely old enough to wield the Sikhs, they finally come for the last of your warriors. The departure is swift and heartbreaking. Your father sails away with an axe in his hand and glory in his eyes. Your mother stands stoic on the shore, her face a mask of stone, but you see the fear in her eyes. She doesn't say it, but you both know he might not come back. When the sails disappear over the horizon, you're left with a handful of women, children, and elders. That's when the real battle begins. Welcome to your new life as a Viking woman left behind. Running the farm alone isn't just hard work, it's a daily fight for survival. The fields don't care that your muscles ache or that you re-exhausted from staying up all night with a colicky baby. Those crops need tending, or you'll all starve come winter. You're up before the sun, milking goats, feeding chickens, and praying to Freyr that the barley will grow despite the stubborn, rocky soil. Your hands become calloused, your back permanently bent from hours of stooping over furrows. But you can't stop, because stopping means death. And it's not just the farm. There are fences to mend, tools to repair, and clothes to make. Every task that used to be shared now falls squarely on your shoulders. The other women in the village are in the same boat. All of you stretched thin like butter scraped over too much bread. You trade what little free time you have to help each other, because that's the only way any of you will make it through. But even as you work yourself to the bone, there's a constant gnawing fear in your gut. Raiders, they're out there, just beyond the horizon, waiting for easy prey. And what's easier than a village full of women and children? Every strange sail on the horizon sends a jolt of terror through the community. Is this it? Is this the day you'll have to fight or flee? You sleep with a knife under your pillow, not that it would do much good against a band of hardened warriors. But it's something, a small comfort in the long, dark nights. The gods have a cruel sense of humor, because just when you think life can't get any harder, it does. Childbirth. It's not just painful, it's deadly. You've seen too many friends, sisters, and neighbors lost to the birthing bed. Each time a woman's time comes, the whole village holds its breath. Will she make it? Will the baby? There are no healers, no midwives with years of training. Just other women who've been through it before, armed with nothing but folk remedies and determination. You pray to Frigg for protection, but sometimes even the gods don't listen. And if the birth doesn't kill you, the aftermath might. Infections, bleeding, exhaustion. Any of these can snatch a new mother away just when her child needs her most. But you can't dwell on it. There's no time for fear when there's a farm to run and a baby to feed. So you grit your teeth, ignore the pain, and keep going. Because that's what Viking women do. As if the constant work and danger weren't enough, the winters here are brutal. Bone-chilling cold seeps through every crack in your longhouse. The wind howls like a pack of wolves, and snow piles up higher than a man's head. You huddle around the hearth fire, trying to coax warmth from dwindling wood supplies. There's no help coming. No neighboring village to lend a hand or share resources. You're on your own, and the cold doesn't care how tough you are. Food stores dwindle faster than you'd like. You ration everything, knowing that one bad decision could mean starvation before spring. The children's faces grow gaunt, and you catch yourself dreaming of fresh bread and summer berries. But dreams don't fill empty bellies. So you dig through the snow for whatever edible plants you can find, set traps for small game, and pray that the fish haven't abandoned your icy shores. And through it all, there's the crushing weight of honor. Your husband, your brothers, your sons, they're out there fighting for glory and riches. And you? You're expected to keep everything running smoothly, to be the perfect wife and mother, to uphold the family name. The pressure is immense. One misstep, one moment of weakness, and you could bring shame to your entire clan. So you swallow your tears, hide your fears, and put on a brave face. Because that's what a true Viking woman does. Marriage isn't the fairy tale the skalds sing about. It's a business arrangement, pure and simple. You're traded like cattle, your worth measured in silver and land. Love, that's a luxury few can afford. Your husband might be kind, or he might be cruel. Either way, you're expected to obey, to bear his children, to run his household. And if he doesn't come back from a raid, well, you'd better hope his family takes care of you, or you might find yourself cast out with nothing but the clothes on your back. But the worst part? The crushing loneliness. Days stretch into weeks, weeks into months, with no word from the outside world. You wonder if your loved ones are alive or dead, feasting in Valhalla or rotting in a foreign field. The not knowing eats away at you. You put on a brave face for the children, tell them stories of their father's bravery, but inside you're screaming. The silence of the long winter nights is deafening, broken only by the howling wind and your own racing thoughts. You find small comforts where you can. The laughter of children playing in the summer sun, the satisfaction of a well-tended field, the camaraderie of the other women left behind, all of you bound together by shared struggle. But it's never enough to fill the void left by those who sailed away. So why do you do it? Why endure this life of hardship and heartache? Because you're Viking, born and bred. This is your home, your people, your way of life. And no matter how hard it gets, you'll keep fighting. For your family, for your village, for the future. Because that's what Viking women do. They endure, they survive, they conquer. And who knows, maybe one day, you'll be the one telling tales of your own bravery, of how you held everything together when the world tried to tear it apart. So stand tall, shield maiden. Your saga is just beginning. So, why did it suck to be a Viking woman left at home? Because while the men were chasing silver and glory, you were stuck with endless work, danger, loneliness, and survival struggles. Want more hidden sides of history? Smash that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Would you rather raid with the Vikings or stay home and fight your own battles?